We heard about the possibility of a lockdown here on the 13th of March, Friday the 13th, funnily enough. And on the 14th, I went to school, to work as normal, and we were just told, to go home. Have to go home until whenever. I suppose I was a little shell-shocked really because it was so quick and so sudden, and the lockdown here was very serious when it happened. It was very, very strict. You weren't allowed out of your house unless it was essential. And in the main town, the army were drafted in and were parading the streets, just waiting to fine people. When those fines were €600 for just being away from your home with no really good reason, it was quite scary. I think for the first 2 weeks, I just stayed at home waiting to see if I'd got the virus. I was almost convinced I hadn't, just waiting for it to happen. I traditionally spend quite a lot of my time away from home, so actually spending a lot of time was quite nice. I didn't dislike it at all. The community spirit was something that was incredible here. Many people will have seen on the news, people singing from balconies and things like that. And a similar thing happened here. The emergency services that were patrolling the village, the police, were actually sort of entertaining the children. Come 5 o'clock or whatever time, I can't properly remember, they'd do a dance in the street, or there'd be a parade of police cars all beeping the horns. It was quite amazing, and just this sense of community spirit was brilliant. We were all going through a hard time, but we all felt really together about it. Kids were drawing pictures and painting pictures and putting them in the window so that their friends over the other side of the road could see the paintings and then respond to them. So it's like just communicating with art, really. It was quite phenomenal. I still can't quite believe we are living through something like this, and I'm sure it's far from over. Now everybody understands what's going on. I think we've finally arrived at our new norm. We were worried about everything in the UK. Obviously, we only had TV coverage to go on, but what it appeared to be like was that we had this severe lockdown here in Spain, in Valencia, and nobody was really doing much in the UK. It was just advised that you should stay at home if you can, rather than being told. And after our type of lockdown, we were of the attitude of, what the hell are you playing at? What are you doing? Just, go home, stay at home, wear masks, clean your hands, do all this. But of course, we've only got the media to go on. I sort of felt angry that people in the UK didn't seem to be taking the pandemic as seriously as we were in Spain. And it was a bit frightening. I was worried for my family and friends who were still out and about, going to the shops, and we were still seeing facts and figures about the cases going up and going down. But, I think like many people, we kept in touch with our family and friends by Zoom meetings and video conferencing. And it was actually a really nice way to keep in touch. And me personally, with my family, just once a week on a Friday night, we'd do the archetypal quizzes, and we'd just have a get together, have a few drinks. And we haven't ever done that before. And like most families, I suppose, you don't all get together at the same time. But with video conferencing, it was suddenly possible. We're actually the pandemic is far from over, but we're actually continuing, even though we're not in lockdown and we're out of the state of emergency, as Spain called it. We're still continuing with our sort of Friday night spot, which is really nice. It's really old-fashioned. It's really nice.